Is the NAACP failing the new generation of Black Americans in 2025? Well, this video is going to break it down. I have to do a little bit of different way of introducing this particular stuff. Hi, my name is AdonisCrashBoom, and I recently made a statement that started a lot of controversy. So before we start into it, we're going to listen to this. So people who don't know the details of the NAACP, listen to this and let's break this particular thing down. Here we go. The NAACP is a civil rights organization that fights for racial justice and equality for Black Americans. It has been a powerful force in challenging discrimination, advocating for voters' rights, and promoting opportunities in the education, political, and media. It plays a key role in uplifting Black voices and recognizing excellence through events like the NAACP Image Awards, which recently passed on February 22nd, 2025. This particular conversation is going to be talking about the details of the NAACP Image Awards, as well as what's been happening and how is that reflecting onto the Black American culture from a general perspective. Here's the little details that you must know before we move forward into the interview that I just had. All right, first, if you haven't liked the video yet, come on, gang. If you haven't liked the video yet, hit this video with a like. And if you've already liked the video since the video started, you're a true legend. I truly do appreciate it. Like I always say, this is an educational, informative platform. I like my host. My name is AdonisCrashBoom, and you guys are watching Adonis Live. There's a couple things that you need to know before we actually push forward into this interview, all right? And these are things that I couldn't really bring up in the interview, and the interview starts so slow, but it works its way up to get in a lot more detail. Finding a way to articulate these particular feelings was something that was very difficult. It was right on my mind. I literally made the video and then went live, and somebody jumped into my live, and then we had a conversation. So here's a couple of the details. The 56th NAACP Image Awards, held on February 22nd, 2025, was broadcasted live on BET and CBS. While the ceremony featured numerous awards, only select categories were presented on air. Notable recipients who received their awards during the television include Entertainer of the Year, Keke Palmer; Special Honors, Chairman Award, Kamala Harris; President's Award, Dave Chappelle; Hall of Fame induction, The Wayans Family; television categories, Outstanding Actress in Drama Series, Queen Latifah; Outstanding Actor in a Drama Series, Michael Rainey Jr. for Power, Book 2, Ghost; Outstanding Actresses in a Comedy Series, Quanta Brunson for Abbott Elementary; Outstanding Actor in the Comedy Series, Damon Wayans for Papa's House. Now, several categories were not presented during the television broadcast, but were recognized in pre-award ceremonies or through online announcements. Notable winners for these non-televised categories include Music category, Outstanding Female Artist, Beyonce; Outstanding Album, Cowboy Carter by Beyonce; Outstanding Male Artist, Chris Brown; Outstanding New Artist, Doechii; Outstanding Hip Hop Rap Song, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar; Outstanding Duo Group or Collaboration, Blackstone, Adam Blackstone and Fantasia, Summertime; Outstanding Duo Group Collaboration, WizKid for Piece of My Heart. Podcast categories, Outstanding Society and Cultural Podcast, Club Shay Shay, hosted by Shannon Sharp; Outstanding Sports, Arts, and Entertainment, Two Funny Moms. Now, there are more people who've been featured on this particular, who've had awards from the NAACP, but they weren't aired. Now, my particular stance on this isn't that doing a disjustice to the younger generation by only announcing the older generation or these specific groups of people from the 90s era who have not received awards, but in this modern day and times, they do deserve those awards. But is it doing a disservice to the modern day time and pulling younger generations away from the actual NAACP because they don't see anybody they can resonate with in their time? Well, let's have this conversation. Let's see how this conversation goes. If you haven't liked the video yet, give this video a like. My name is AdonisCrashBoom, and let's get straight into it. Here we go.
Hello.
What's up, Nikita?
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Chilling. Shoot.
Okay, so for the first time, I did not agree with your response as far as like not giving awards to certain people. I guess because I felt like with the Wayans brothers, they didn't receive the accolades that they deserve in the past. With the history of all the things that they have done, 90s, 2000s, even now, they never received the recognition. So I was very proud of our people for actually standing up for them and giving them the accolades.
No, the Wayans brothers, all right, 100%, I 100% stand up. But everybody else,
Well, there were some content creators that are relevant now. Like Rashonda received the NAACP award, but it wasn't televised.
See, that's
She's
what I'm saying. Like, nah, like this is what that's what I'm saying. Like the Wayne's brothers, okay, they deserved it 100%. I'll give it to Akila and Nabi, 100%. She got that for Akila and Nabi. But why not Keith Lee?
Because with the NAACP, okay, so I'm from North Carolina, so I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. The leader of the NAACP actually is Barber. He actually lives
It was the
here.
guy that was standing there, right? The
Right. He lives here in Raleigh, North Carolina. He's from here. I've marched alongside him. With the NAACP, they recognize more conscious content more than
You
anything
don't
else.
think Keith Lee is conscious?
I'm not saying that he's not conscious, but conscious to different causes. I'm saying conscious to the revolution of Black people and progressing. I'm not saying that he's not conscious. That's not what I'm saying.
No,
But I'm
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Look,
right. So
you're in a safe spot right here. You're safe. All right, I got you. Yeah,
like
so
I have to be honest. Like
now, yeah, all right, you're in a safe spot. I'm just
marching
saying.
alongside them.
But this problem, like, there's an issue. I'm not like, all right. For me, there's an issue. Like, we can't keep. This is a good conversation. We can't keep seeing Black progression only from one angle.
I understand that, but when our history is being erased, in education system, we have to tell our story a different way. And so I feel like the way that they're telling the story and making people aware, like go back and look at this. You don't see kids nowadays going back to look at Akilah Nabi. Like I have a 13-year-old and I have a 19-year-old. So I feel like they're like, hey, go back and look at this. Go back and look at that. Go, you know what I mean?
I feel like
Because of
no, I
our
agree with you.
history is being erased.
No, I agree with you, but I feel like they're losing their position of relevancy because of the lack of innovation into the future.
I don't like my kids even was because my kids even watched the NAACP. I
Because of
guess
you.
yeah, but I'm very conscious, so
Yeah.
of course they're going to watch certain things and wanna be relevant. But there are I don't know.
Look, I'm just saying this. Look, there's a new time and a new era when it's coming down to like this new era of blackness, and I feel like these prestigious platforms like the NAACP, who have done so much for our community, they're becoming outdated and they don't even see it. They're too late. Everything's too late. And if they're not catching up to the new wave and the new genders and seeing who's like Keith Lee, and this is what I'm saying. I'm not pushing like, oh, Keith. I'm just using him as one example. He completely changed the perspective on urban food, on Black urban food. He would walk up to these random mom and pop shops and be like, this is actually good. He doesn't do it the most. And he really give his thorough perspective, which would change the environment of these struggling businesses. You know what I mean?
I
So
understand that from that concept, but I think when you have bigger fish to fry in America,
I think I'll
that
say
is
this.
not
I'll say
as
this.
important.
Keith Lee is more relevant and more impactful than Gordon Ramsay.
Right, but it's like comparing an apple to an orange. Just because they're both round doesn't mean that they're on the same, you know what I mean? They're not on the same diaspora.
I feel like when you have representation in multiple different positions that are on the groundwork, all right, for example, for a long period of time, well, this is such a great conversation. For a long period of time, the only people that were recognized in historical war situations were the generals, the presidents, not the soldiers that were on the ground. Now, with social media, the people that are on the ground, the soldiers, are becoming more lightened and more impactful, more of the people's forefronts. People want to resonate with people. As amazing that the Wayne's brothers are, I truly do think they're amazing. They've done amazing, great things. They hold down the history of it all. It's time for the next wave. It's done. We can't keep living in the past. We can't keep living in.
But giving them their flowers while they can still smell it
Oh
is
yeah,
still very
but they
important
getting
to us
flowers.
as a culture. Like culturally, they changed the game for a lot of different things. So giving the like, let's take them completely out. So because I feel like they deserved they never received any recognition from anybody else
Yeah.
other than the NAACP. So let's completely take them out of the equation.
Yeah, they deserve, you know?
So, okay, when you're talking about anybody else, like I said, there are content creators that did receive NAACP awards that were not televised,
That's the problem.
which spoke about it, but you can only fit so much into a 1 hour, 2 hour
I
show.
don't think these, you want to know something? The Grammys just happened. I only watched Beyonce's Grammys reaction and Kai Cenat streaming the Grammys. I did not care for anything other than that.
But then why aren't you getting on people like Kasana, who's not out there like streaming the NAACP awards?
Yeah, that's another good thing to get on. Yes, 100%. I would love
But,
to do
like,
that.
he's at the white shows, but he's not at the black shows.
I would love to get on that. I just need to keep building up my hype to be able to, bro, if Kai Cenat wanted to destroy me, he could. Let's be real. If he wanted to silence me, he could in 2.5 seconds. I am not at the power to be. I would love to. I'm waiting. That's one reason I'm coming back to New York. We need somebody like us at the
I
top.
do feel like people are attacking, like people are attacking. Okay, well, we need to be more relevant. Okay, but you don't have the new age streamers even at the NAACP awards, and they're not even talking about conscious things that are going on in America right now.
I'm on it.
I mean, but that's why I follow you. You are one of the only ones that actually talk about what is going on in America.
But I don't get any recognition because of this. I don't get seen because of this. I don't get no type of play, no type of situation at
But
all.
that's the
Like,
other thing. Like Rashonda, who actually won an NAACP award, she's the other conscious person that actually talks about what goes on in America, as far as what goes on with our government, as far as what goes on with our education system.
but
That's why
look
she
how they
won an
did her.
NAACP award. Hmm?
Look how they did her. They didn't even air her on TV. That's diabolical.
No, but I understand why. Like, I understand when you're trying to fit one out. Like, I understand their concept of why, but the fact that she was actually awarded the opportunity to go and actually awarded the opportunity to receive an award. I mean, there's so many. Even with the Grammys, people win Grammys and they don't show it on TV.
My thing is this: they're picking and choosing who they think is a valuable audience. I think that '90s era audience, and I love. I'm gonna keep it real. We were just up here talking about classic black movies and TV shows and all these different type of shit. I'm a person for nostalgia, but you gotta throw that shit away if you're gonna play this game long term and move into the future. You can't keep looking at the past. Give them their accolades. Give them all this shit. We already know that Wayne's Bros is iconic. We already know that they deserve everything. Give them, okay, cool, great, boom. If
But
you're
you have
not
to be
putting the,
honest. If you don't have people like the new age children that are actually streaming and being there and taking up the time to
they're not
actually
even
look at.
looking though. They're not even
Exactly, that's the
looking.
problem. If they're not even looking and paying attention, then why are we going to cater to them as an audience?
That's what no.
I'm
I'm
30
saying,
something years old, so
I'm
30
saying, hold
something
on, hold
years.
on. I'm saying the NAACP is not even looking. The Grammys got Kai and put him in that position to film that. These people are reaching out to these people to put them in position. The NAACP is not looking for the next creators. They're not. They're not. They're trapped in this old mentality stuff, which is themselves. But the video that I made was a conversation I had on this live. I was
But
sitting.
why would I invite Kai to something that he's not even talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going. That's like me inviting my neighbors that don't eat my type of food over to my house to eat food that they don't even eat. My
How are
neighbor's a
you?
vegetarian.
How
Why
are
would I
you gonna
invite them to come
find?
eat meat?
How are you gonna find the person that fits what you need if you don't get in front of the platform that person possibly watching? Kai not streaming the NAACP had multiple different content creators.
I
Me,
understand that, but if he is not talking about the things that are important to the NAACP, why would I invite him over to promote it? Why would I?
to educate him.
No, he needs to educate himself because he's black.
I think he's misguided.
But that is not my fault, and nor is that the NAACP's fault. That is his fault.
I do think that I don't think it's anybody's fault well, it is his fault, but I don't think that it is his fault. But when it comes down to this particular situation, nah, it's the NAACP. I consider them like grandparents to everybody, you know? Like
But
I feel
it's not like they don't educate. Like
I just look when it comes down to this, like in this particular situation, they're losing the plot right now. this whole situation with them, and I understand what you're saying. You know, I get the hype of it all, but at the same time, like in 20 years from now, no one's going to care about the NAACP if they're not on code. It's 2025. The Wayne's brothers had a
But
peak
they
high.
are, because right now what's going on in America, the NAACP is pretty much going to be the only hope for Black Americans, other than like we have to stand together.
Nah,
When
I don't believe that. They're
I mean,
not. They're not here. They're not on social media. They're not in the real world.
oh, are you nuts?
They're still on television.
No.
We're not on
Okay, so
television.
okay, let me go ahead and give you a little education. When it comes to the NAACP and what they do actually in the community and them being on social media, they actually are. No, they are not big streamers and all of that stuff, but yes, they are making people aware. Yes, they are hosting and doing events and doing marches and standing up with people.
That's not the game that's being played right now. As a content creator, as somebody who's really on social media right now, no, that's outdated. That's all outdated. That doesn't work. That's not working in 2025. You can
How
do
is
as
it
many
not?
marches as possible.
So me being on social media and talking about Black consciousness, something that you do every day, is that your footprint? Is that getting you anywhere?
Yeah.
Partly.
No, 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 no. I really don't want to have this conversation on TikTok because now I'm giving people. I hate. I can't have this conversation. I might make a YouTube video about this because this is a lot of people don't realize what's happening right now or what I'm doing. You know, as much as everybody might see, like say, do you think it's getting anywhere? Well, right now, what do you think's happening with these videos? I'm curious. Like when
No,
like this,
no, I like again, I have followed you for a long time now,
but what do
quite
you think? I'm curious now. Like, what do you think?
you've opened up a conversation and a dialogue
You
that
with
needs to be
who?
had amongst multiple different people, like multiple different people. And it's making people conscious of not only what goes on in America, because a lot of people have a misconception of what goes on over here. People think that over here is one thing, and that's really not what actually happens. So you opened up a dialogue and you're actually educating them. And I respect what you do.
No,
Don't,
but hold on. You're not seeing it. There's more to this. There's more to this. It's
but you
not.
also, hold on, but you also, like, honestly, you made me go back into looking. Let me go back and look at my own history. Let me go back and
No,
scale
no, no,
back.
no, no, no. It's more to that though. It's more to that
Okay,
though.
so go ahead, give it to me.
I can't do it on TikTok. Can't do it on TikTok. It's deep though. It's deep. Trust me. Like I'm not like this is not something that's simple. Like what I'm doing right now it's different. It's big. Like it's when you deep it, you gonna be like, oh shit, I
Okay,
see it now.
but you're one content creator. When you have someone like Kasinet that's on a bigger platform and a larger scale, and he does not do that,
Oh yeah,
and
it's
he
right. But this is why I say this, and that's why that video was very important. They hopefully they understand. Like if people share it to them, people tag it to them, or if that conversation starts, hopefully we can start getting people like me, start getting people who are the forefronts of Black communities and Black representation. They need content creators that are online who are sponsored by the NAACP. They need content creators who are mainly focused on creating content for the. They need people to be their horsemen to move forward to say no, no, no. Let's give this person a award. Why? Because this person is significant and reaches this huge demographic of people, and everyone's gonna like that at this moment in time, and they're conscious in this different way. We can do the old school way, but we need a little bit of new school coming into this play. You know what I mean? There's
no,
a
and
new.
I'm saying that's fine. But if you do it, I don't think he does it with the conscience of what they are, what their mindset is. And
Then
so
they then they lost.
if he added some of that to
Then they
what
lost.
he
I'm gonna tell you
does,
something.
what he
When I
does,
started,
then yes. When I like, my kids love Kai. Don't get me my, but if you're not educating my children and to push them into a different, to make sure that they are aware of what's going on in the world, I'm gonna be honest. As a mother, I'm not a. That's just entertainment. I don't care for my children to actually engage in that.
Kai,
Like, I really don't.
I don't know.
I don't push for my girls to engage in that type of content. I push for my girls to engage in, because I want them to be self-aware. I want my girls to, because we don't know enough about our history already. So the fact that I want them to learn about who they are, the fact that I want them to, because they're taking it out of education. So if I'm not teaching it at home, it's not being taught.
All right, let me say this. Now, I have my own disagreements with Kai, 100%. We already know what we want to talk about Kai, so there's no reason to bring it up. But I feel like Kai is very educational. Kai Cenat, for those who don't know, has not only showed us behind the scenes or how to become one of the biggest streamers or how he's becoming one of the biggest streamers in the world to this day. He also showed us how to make $3.5 million minimum in 1 month. And not only that, he showed us how he was doing it. Like it was like that mafia-thon that just passed was insane because we got to really see behind. Like he had a whole team. He had multiple monitors behind. Like if you really watched, like I was literally watching the mafia-thon and he was literally just talking to us, like telling us, like, yo, it's crazy, like how this system was set up, how he literally structured everything to maximize not only his income but maximize his reach and bring in multiple different things. It was one of the biggest, like I've never seen any content creator do something. It was like Mr. Beast level of content creation strategy structure. One of the things that motivated me to start pumping out way more content and structuring it out in a particular way. I think Kai, the way he's structuring things right now, if you don't get caught into the entertainment of it all, and you just pay attention to the strategy, even the way that he deviated into using Batman like gaming and all this different type of stuff to keep his audience, but pull in another demographic and pull in different. The guy's a genius right now. The way
I understand what you're saying. But that's just like me saying I have girls. So that's like me saying I want my girls to go work on OnlyFans.
No. Because there are. I'm saying this right now. Like Kai showed people something. Kai's really basically he's done something that no one's ever done before.
I understand, but if you're saying it from a lucrative standpoint,
not even just a lucrative, influence-wise, like I can't explain it, but he literally just broke the entertainment industry in a way. Like he reinvented the entertainment industry from a streaming perspective. Like I can't explain it to you.
But like, what if you have those kids that do not want to be in that? Like my kids don't want to be influencers, right? It's just entertainment. So, but they watch TikTok and whatever, just scrolling purposes. You know what I mean? So that's just mere entertainment. My kids are not on social media to make videos. None of them, they actually don't even have content on social media. They just watch it. So what if you have those children that don't actually make content, don't want to make content, they're just watching it? Then I want my children to actually be out here learning something and push them to do something different. But if you're not teaching them anything that is relevant to their life or that they can use, then honestly, as a mother, I don't want you really consuming too much of that.
I don't know. Like it's like, all right, I understand your perspective. I get your perspective. And I understand, and I don't know your kids, so I can't really give that like detail of what they are or what's going on. That's a sensitive topic, so I'm gonna refrain from talking about it. But what I will say is, you can always learn from everyone if you're paying attention hard enough. And even in these interviews you watch me do, these people be saying the most diabolical stuff. And not only do I keep it entertaining to keep the young people watching, but I keep it educational to keep the older people tapped in. And I listen and I learn from these people that say the most diabolical stuff. If you just take out the entertainment perspective of watching Kai and just like from start to finish, just binge watch his stream one time and just try to learn.
I'm sorry. Coming I have, and it has oh my God.
Do you see how he not only used a remix of Kanye West's song that became one of his iconic anthems to sit that, like, bro, the guy like literally just did a Batman stream, rented out the actual Batman studio where they actually had the film for the movie for the first day, then created another Batman cave with like, bro, the guy. Like I'm not I'm telling you, I'm not like one of those crazy Kai fans. I'm talking about just the mathematical strategical equation that this guy is doing right now.
I understand, but I'm gonna be honest. He's not for everybody, and definitely not my not for me.
He's the goal right now. I'm letting you. You probably don't see it, but I'm telling you right
because
now.
I find it to be a little bit corny, and I find it to be a little bit silly. To like coming from me, I'm almost 40, so
Nah,
this
nah, it's not
not
entertainment.
entertainment.
Nah, I understand what you. I'm just like look, I'm just saying this. I'm just saying this right now. Like, if you get into social media and you understand how this shit work, and you really start to see what Kai is doing, like I said, I'm not a huge Kai fan at all. But if you don't really just look at what he's doing shit. He's bigger than film right now, and it's because of the strategy of how he's doing it. Like, it's so insane. Like,
And I'm looking at far as my girls, like, do y'all even not just even my girls,
you gotta
everybody
look past the entertainment. You gotta look
no,
past. He's
but
not dumb. He's
I
not
get
dumb.
it. I
All
get it.
right.
And it's not that. It's some like, do you guys see what's happening? You know what I mean? Because they are affected by our politics that are going on now too. So I'm pushing like I need for you guys to understand what's going on in the world. I need for you guys like that's the next generation. So because you guys are going to stand up and you guys are going to be the next generation, I need to make sure that they understand the impact that they're going to have, not just by merely being entertained by something that's not going to benefit the community.
If the NAACP can't get past the algorithm to make interest to the next generation, or even my generation, the generation after me, they've already lost. The impact that, and I used the Waynes before for a specific reason, is because television was their main source of power when it came down to it. After the new day and age of social media, they can't compete with a Casanat right now. Even if the new scary movie's coming out, everybody's gonna watch it for nostalgia. But look, it's like you gotta think about it. And this is a quick social media game for everybody who's watching. Just a quick social media game. It takes about a year to make a movie, maybe two, maybe three. Who knows? While you waiting for that 1 year movie, I'm posting every single day. You're gonna be watching me. When that movie comes out, it's gonna be 2 or 3 hours. You're gonna watch it. You're gonna talk about it for 5 minutes, and then you're gonna go back to watching me. Retention is more of a powerful influence. If the NAACP cannot grab people and pull people that's going to keep the retention going for a long period of time, they've already lost. Because in 20 years, no one's going to be talking about the NAACP because they're not going to be on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or any one of these things. You have to keep up with the times. So it's great, but how long can you keep talking about the same people that we already know? It's great, we cool, but like I said, like, I didn't really want to watch the NAACP awards. I only seen a couple people and that was it. Even the Grammys, I didn't really care.
I
I
would say a
watched.
lot of people don't really watch the awards anymore, period.
Exactly.
But
But you want to know
again,
something? I don't even like the Grammys after what they did to Will Smith and all that. But I watch Kai stream because he made that shit interesting.
but that's different. I don't know. His stream is just I don't know. It's just I get overstimulated. Me personally, it's I am like I'm so overstimulated watching him. I have to walk away. Like seriously.
I watched his
So
stream when he was going to the Grammys. I was watching it. He was in a hotel. I was watching it. Like I said, I would love to work with them. I would love to be in, like, do shit with them. But like the system is outdated, and I don't watch it. Like you said you got kids. You said you're 40. Cool. That fits your aesthetic. But this new generation, they're not tapping into that, bro. They're not gonna sit here and watch it. They're not gonna care by the time, like I said, 20 years from now. If they don't dramatically change on the way they promote and do this stuff, it's clipped. And all of this hard work is gonna be gone. Look what's happening with the UK. They don't even know what the reason of the Notting Hill Carnival is. And it's only 2 generations. That's what's gonna happen to them if they don't get on code of what's going on with the new world order. So, but like I said, these interviews is bigger than just like start a conversation. All right. And what I am gonna say is, I'm just gonna say, I personally believe that this group of people was created for the future to counteract us. All right, you follow me?
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, the videos I make, It's not about a conversation. It's to open up the eyes of everyone else to say, not us, not black people. Check your source.
Okay.
I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
not gonna say too much, but like I said, it's bigger than this. Like it's more stuff. Like this is gonna be crazy. Like what's been going on is crazy, and I've already thought about every single angle. Who's giving who's credibility? Who's co-signing who? Who's looking to who? Okay, well check your source. Now your source is not looking liable, they're not looking credible at this moment in time. Let's
True.
get out here quick. So yeah, it's not about conversation. So yeah, but like I said, it's deep. It's deep. But yeah, like, but at the same time, I'm just documenting my life journey. That's all I'm doing, guys. Don't don't kill me,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
We just traveling around the world, exploring things.
Right.
But yeah, if tag them, I would love, like I said, I think that they need a new approach. I think that they need to change a couple of different things. The NAACP is prestigious as well, but they're losing their power, they're losing their influence, and if they don't get on code and understand how the new world order is going to be moving, they won't be able to catch up, because now these social media apps, 5 years ago, TikTok was way easier to grow on. I post a video and in an hour I had 100,000 views. Now it's not the same, and now TikTok is losing as much power. Instagram has lost a lot of power, and in the next couple of years with Elon Musk in office right now, things are going to be very different when it comes down to social media. They're losing time, and I don't know, like I don't know. So I'm trying to build myself up, build up my community, build up everybody, become a significant voice with a significant power. So by the time they lock down every social media account, so it's impossible for people to become successful on their own again, I still have a platform and still have a voice to be able to push things forward. That's fine. That's all I gotta say. You know?
Understandable.
Yeah.
Under-
Appreciate it. And I love that you came up. This is a really good conversation. Like I love this conversation. It's really interesting. But based off my calculations when it comes down to social media and marketing, no, I'm right. I'm just letting you know, like that's me in the field. Like I agree with you. Like I understand. Like, I get your point. But I'm in the field and I see where the world's going. In the next 10 years, I know exactly where the world's going to be. 20 years, I see it already. They're outdated badly, and they don't even realize it. So you had all those special black people in the room, all those special situations in the room. The Super Bowl hit 138 million. Everybody who went to the Super Bowl said that the performance was shit, but everybody who watched it online loved it.
Well, I think the part of the problem too with the NAACP is that they don't have enough younger people too in the room, and that but no fault of theirs. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people aren't that are younger aren't joining.
They need to go and get them. It's not like the old time where we need to stick our handouts. We don't need
Who
help.
doesn't know about the NAACP who is an African American? It's easy to join.
Nah, that's not how this world work anymore. They need Nike. Kai Cenat didn't need Nike. Nike needed Kai.
What are we
They need to
recruiters
stop it.
now?
Huh?
We're recruiting.
Yeah, no, for real. Yes, Kai didn't need the Grammys. The Grammys needed Kai. Everyone said that Kendrick Lamar's performance in the performance of the Super Bowl was trash, but everybody who watched it online loved it. Why? Because Kendrick didn't make the Super Bowl halftime performance for the audience that was there. He made it for the people that was online. The world is shifting. And if they don't start recruiting these people and going out and finding these people and getting these people and making sure that they're going to lose the plot. It's not one of those, no one cares about exclusivity anymore. I don't want to be invited. You have to go in and join. I don't need to join your shit, bro. I got 100,000 followers. You need me more than I need you. Oh, we're the end up. I know we don't care about that, bro. I speak to hundreds of thousands of people every day. My videos get millions of views every single day. Does your voice get millions of views every single day? Only when we throw awards. All right. And you need how many celebrities to get that conversation rolling? All right. It's
I
different.
think it just depends because, like I said, because Barbara actually lives here, so I can't really speak on that because he does speak to hundreds of thousands of people because he does live here.
Who do you
So,
think is more impactful on a global standard when it comes down to social media?
of course, the
First,
influencers,
yeah, but
but
like You said NAACP. When I think of NAACP, I only think of NAACP. I don't think of one person. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's
I
no
mean,
face.
I understand that,
So
but
when I
because he
say,
is the head of the, like, he's the actual head of the end of, so because
so
I know that and he lives here, I see him all the time.
let me ask you a question. When I say Pan Africanism, who comes to your mind right now?
I don't know.
Come on, you know, chat. Who comes to your mind? I said Pan Africanism. Who comes to your mind, chat? They gonna know because I'm saying his name into my head right now. Umar. Look,
I don't even follow him, so
me neither. I don't. But but you see how that just happened right there. You feel me? Like you see what I'm saying? Like
I am definitely not a fan.
me neither. I'm not a fan at all. But I'm just. But I'm aware. I'm aware. So I'm not a fan at all. But I'm aware. I say FBA. Who comes to your mind, chat? I ain't gotta say nothing.
I mean, I get it, but here's my thing with them. I think, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm actually agreeing with you when it comes to them and them being stuck in their old ways when it comes to certain things. So I completely agree. But I feel like they feel like because they have been through so much from the 50s, the 60s, like they have been through so much that they feel like they don't have to recruit, if that makes sense. Um,
Every single person that gets co-signed by the NAACP is already in a prestigious position. Beyonce, all these black celebrities, all these like, bro, like those people are not gonna stick around with you for the long run. It's just like building up a talent agency. Who was your new up and coming person? Why are you still trying to ride the coattails of what you did in the past? Which is granted, you have the right to do that 100%. I get it. But when are you gonna pass the torch to somebody else? The Wayans brothers been out for so long. Who did they pass the torch up to?
I mean, they
Why?
have their children coming up now.
And that whole time between that, who came up? Oh, they I'm not gonna front. They put a lot of
And
people.
they put a lot of people
Yeah, they
on.
put.
Like I was about to say, let's not go there because you got to see in Living Color, they put a lot of people
Yeah, I was about to
on
say, Jim
because a lot of
Carrey,
people that were
Jamie
actually
Foxx.
nominated with them came off of in Living Color.
But
So
even that, that proves my point. That proves my point even more. Look at Jim Carrey now. Sorry, James Carrey. Let's speak correctly. Look how old he is. Where is the why pass the torch to the next person? It's not being passed. It's stuck. It's stuck in a time period. It's an issue. We won't push forward. They will get left behind in the next 20 or 30 years if they don't get their shit together. I don't know what needs to happen. I don't know. But you say them saying that you need to go come to us. No, that's not happening. Why do I need a backing of you? No, no disrespect. I'm just being very straightforward, you know? Why would somebody need a backing of you if they've already created millions of followers?
true.
So if you have a prestigious position, you see somebody could be bigger, and you see somebody, the DEI thing just happened right now, correct?
Correct.
This is a good thing in a way because now, especially with social media, Black Wall Street would never happen again, right? We could
Right.
recreate another Black Wall Street. But if they're not passing the torch to another person and they're not building up their soldiers to do these things and they're not looking and finding and scouting for people of who they want, and all the white people are doing this and finding people like Kai Cenat, I thought it was very interesting that Kai Cenat chose to say that they added sound effects behind Kendrick.
But didn't he get paid for the Grammys?
I don't know. No one gets paid for the Grammys. I don't think so.
I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
I don't know. But I feel like if they're not putting the money in front of some people, they won't do it.
These guys are connected to anybody. They have all the connections. They're tapped into everybody. The NAACP could get me in front of Beyonce, Oprah, all these different people. They can get anybody they want in front of all these different. They can literally create a whole new list of Kai Cenats because they have the connections in the network. That NAACP award show that just passed. Come on, they could have had Matt. They could have had Keith Lee star in there reviewing the food. Like, there's so much stuff they could have did. Like, they stuck in the past. You stuck in the past? Cool. You gonna
Yeah,
be
and
stuck?
I agree with you there, but that comes to creating a whole new board and I'm not sure. And again, I'm not sure how they do it. I'm just speculating because that's how the Grammys does it. It's that they have a board. So I mean, but that comes from people actually actively wanting to be involved.
Did Doechii perform at the NAACPs?
I don't think so.
See, like, come on, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, she's killing it. She's like one of the biggest artists. She's back to foundation hip hop.
But that doesn't mean that she wasn't asked. You know what I mean? Because I think she may be going on tour or something. May be going like it. What doesn't mean that she wasn't asked? Because a lot of times people do get asked to do things at the awards, and if it's not like the Grammys or something like that, they don't show up.
Sell it. Like, God, come on, like, you know where we started. Like, sell it to them. You need these people. Like, you know what it is? It's like when you got your nose too high in the air. Like, you kind of forgot where you came from. You think that every year is a new graduation, right? Every year is a graduation. Great. We in 2025 right now. The Wayans brothers deserve that 100%. But like,
I told you we're not gonna keep because they do that. We're not
no,
gonna
I
keep
love the
saying that they
Wayans.
don't.
I really
'Cause
do. I
they
really
do.
do. Living Color was my shit. I swear. I love the Wayans.
Like, well, you're not, but you're not. They gave Dave Chappelle an award.
Yeah,
Like,
all right. I love Dave Chappelle too. But
okay,
at the same time, the time is up.
really, Dave Chappelle just came out with a whole new stand up. What was it this year, last year,
I've
something like
seen
that?
it. Yeah, he said, "Now when you see me perform, it's because I want to, not because I have to." I understand, but
So you're saying he
his
didn't
time is
deserve
up,
his either?
huh?
You're saying he didn't deserve his award?
No, they did, but their time is up. They're done. Like, they've already accomplished so much. They did so much. Their prime is done. Why they keep waiting till people dying and getting old to look to acknowledge people? You're too late, gang. Like, they're too late. They should have
No,
gave
because
Dave
I
Chappelle
don't
an
feel like
award.
for Dave Chappelle, like you got to think Dave Chappelle took a hiatus too. So like he was hot and he was like, okay, don't do that because he did. He
Dave
was hot.
Chappelle had one of the biggest comedy shows in the world.
He did, but there were other comedy shows out at the time. Now I don't know what exactly happened during that time, as far as awards and what who got what. So I'm not gonna speak on things that I'm not sure about. But he
I'm just saying
hiatus during
this.
that
It
after that,
seems
and then
like
came back.
they keep coming for this nostalgia tip. I don't want to see grandparents and old ass people sitting on stage, bro. Like, I'm not watching that, bro. I don't really care no more. Like, I don't. I care. Are we cool? I understand. But what's going on now in the world? You keep talking about Ronald Reagan, like,
But
that's
that's
what it
because
feels
they're
like.
recognizing people that aren't being recognized by mainstream media. You know what I mean? They're not being recognized by anybody else.
So why didn't they? And this is what I'm saying. Like,
So they
great.
should be recognized by their people.
That's great, but you want to know something? Recognizing the next generation coming up and co-signing the next generation coming up. Did they give Coco Jones award?
No.
You see what I'm saying? Like, Coco's fire. Her whole story from Disney Channel all the way to the mainstream to, like, it's like, what's going on? Like, why are you not up to date on what's going on right now? And that's the issue I'm having right now. And it's God. Did you comment on that video?
Yeah, I did.
Great. Now go comment again. Because now they had the conversation. Because I know you comment, I don't like this or some shit like that.
No, I wasn't. I didn't like it. I said I agree but disagree.
Good.
Because that's factual. I agree but disagree. Like I agree that they do need to come up with the times, but I disagree with they do need to give their flowers to the ones that haven't been recognized by mainstream media.
Yeah, I agree with that, but that has to be like a little
Like Dave
short
Chappelle.
segment, not the full award show. Not the full award show. Like,
That
I
wasn't
would.
the full show, though. Again, a lot of people won awards that were not televised.
Why? Like, I want to see people
I
that I
don't
see.
know, but every show does that.
Nah, listen.
Every show does
The
that.
Grammys had Doechii perform. Doechii was relevant at the top. I want to see people I watch on a consistent basis at these awards. That's what I want to see. I want to see people I see on TikTok and on YouTube. That's what I want to see at these awards. I don't care. All right, I can go back and see a nostalgia chip. Cool. But it's not relevant to this time. Like I said, Keith Lee should have got one. You know, why wouldn't you co-sign somebody who's as prevalent in the black community, who stood on business and he stood on culture? That's what I'm saying. Like, He stood on culture. Like he never wavered. He never changed. Keith Lee is the new version of Black Gordon Ramsay, but in a professional way.
But
It's
they gave the influencer award to, or the digital award to Rashonda, who I feel like, have you even looked at her content?
nah. I'm about to look at it right now. What
Okay,
you
so,
do?
huh? But I feel like she deserved it. Like with her content, how she broke out, like she deserved.
Rashonda.
Mm-hmm.
Rashonda. What's her channel name?
Oh God, you're gonna ask me off the top of my head. I know her name is
From
Rashonda.
Naacp. I'm just Rashonda. I probably spelled her name wrong too. Cynthia. No, no. They had Cynthia Erivo there. Everybody was pissed. Like,
She didn't deserve that. I'm sorry, but we're not gonna get on that.
yeah, like they tripping. Like they not on code right now. You feel me? They had
But
a,
if you think about the consciousness, like they give
you got
awards for
Cynthia Erivo there. There's no you like. Come on.
Cynthia Erivo. Do you know what she said about black women? But we're not even gonna go
That's what I'm
there.
saying. How you gonna
No,
have
she don't
that,
deserve. She don't
bro?
deserve that. We're not even gonna go there because I'm a black woman and I gotta stand up for my sisters. And I'm sorry. Like, I'm
Ooh,
sorry.
Rashonda, 2.5 million.
She won an NAACP award, an influencer award,
Let me
which
check
again
her out.
televised.
And did they hook her up with the whole full thing? Nah, see, that's what I'm saying. No, no, I don't respect
She
it.
went, like, watch her
No,
content. She went to the NAACP awards. She had everything on her platforms
I don't
about.
respect it. They should have aired her. Like, this is what I'm saying. I don't respect
But
it.
you're trying to say that they didn't do it, but I'm
No,
trying to
I'm not saying they
express
didn't
to you
do
that
it.
they did.
All right, I'm not saying they did do it. That's not the way to do it.
But everybody doesn't get televised,
No.
even at any shows.
NAACP. Let me see if they got a TikTok account. They got 2,000 followers on their TikTok account. She got 2.5 million. How dare you not air her? How dare you? We don't even know how many views the NAACP actually gained out of that award show. She got
We're
2.5
never
million.
gonna know because do they ever tell us anything that we do?
But this is what I'm saying. They obviously don't understand who the value most important people are when it comes down to this day and age. They're
They
not tapped in.
understand that their people are like they're never gonna. They didn't even televise it like on mainstream media. They didn't tell us anything about anything that was going on. Like we recognize that we're not going to be the forefront of everything. We recognize that. So I
They're
feel
not on
like
code. They're
what
not
Cody
on code.
said.
And I won't have to make another video. These guys are not on code. They're out of the loop. That's not that. They're tripping. They're
I told
tripping.
you I agree, but disagree to a certain extent because I do feel like
Really?
you do gotta praise the bridges that carry you over, and
What? They're
some of
not
those,
even.
but they are because the Wayans brothers did a lot for the
Yeah, they
community.
did, but at the same time, like, what's going on now? Like
But it's not
now.
always about what's
Hold on,
relevant
let me
right
see
now.
Wayne's brothers, right? Like, let me see the Wayne's brothers preference.
We're talking about an entire family that
Yeah,
came
but even
work
their
here.
social media presence. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. All right, because I know I'm gonna get into murky waters right now, but we gotta be real. Vlad TV hit up Marlon Wayne to actually come on the show. Marlon Wayne said, "Give me $40,000." Vlad T said, "You tripping? I ain't give you nothing." Vlad T me got sat down with Ari Spears, sat down and told him the price that Marlon Wayne asked him, which is very disrespectful. That Marlon Wayne's hopped on, said that's crazy. Went over to Shannon Sharp show, and then they had that conversation. That went stupid viral, and it had hundreds of millions of views, and it was kind of like a flex. You remember that, right?
Right.
If you guys remember that in the chat, comment yes in the chat. All right, that's what we up to. So he sits down with Shannon Sharp, right? I said comment that yes in the chat. All right. He sits down with Shannon Sharp. He sits down with Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp, that whole conversation was interesting because everybody really wanted to see what Marlon Wayne's just going to talk about that whole that TV situation. It was viral. Cool. But then throughout that, everybody wanted to know what was going on with the scary movie situation. They wanted to know about the history of what they got into. Some of the stories we already knew. We wanted to hear the nostalgia tip, correct?
Correct.
Right? Great. Everyone's waiting for the new scary movie to come out. Great.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving us movies. Movies are not prevalent to this time anymore. Movies in theater is becoming obsolete, just like music is becoming obsolete. Social media, live streaming is becoming the new direction of entertainment. It takes you, what, $200 million to make a film or something like that? No one wants to go to the movie theaters anymore. They could just stream it online. Oh, well, cost of living. Nobody wants to stream online. We could watch Kai Cenat. He's going to spend the $5 million on a mansion and get Chris Brown and Lizzo and SZA and all these different people in that
I gotta
stream.
pause you because I don't think that their movie is actually going to go to the movie theaters. Like, let's keep it real. If you can stream things and you can sell it to your Netflix or your Hulu or your
No,
Prime,
they're going to make bank. They're
so
going to make bank.
you can make money and not actually people have to go to the movies to watch it.
Yeah, but it's tricky because they're gonna make bank off of this movie, this scary movie that's gonna come out. But if that scary movie ain't a certified 100% banger, and even DC is struggling to make movies. I heard the last Captain America was trash, and that's Marvel. If that movie is not a 100 certified banger and not just it's cooked for them.
I mean, let's keep it real. They've strung that along long enough, but we're not gonna go there. And
True or false, chat? Like, let's be real. Like, if you watching social media, watch the way people function right now. If that movie is not a 100%,
but
they
let's
better
talk
get
about
killed.
something like, think about it. Bad Boys. When Bad Boys came out, Bad Boys did very well in the box office. So, because people were looking forward to Bad Boys coming out, whether it was good or bad, they looked forward to it, and it came out, and they did very well in the box office.
It's true.
So you can say DC all day, but they done strung that long enough. We're good on DC.
Nah, I don't know.
That Captain American movie. I'm sorry.
Nah, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Are you a Marvel fan?
I am.
Are you really a Marvel fan though?
I am.
All right. Well, I don't know. They fucked up when they took John DeMajors out of his position. First of all, second of all, I'm still waiting for another Loki.
Because a lot of times the characters don't even want to play the characters anymore. So I'm like, they've strung that along long enough. They kind of need to kill that off. At this
I don't know.
With certain movies, because the characters are not even into their roles anymore.
Nah, I don't know.
Seriously?
I'm telling you, Loki. Like, if you've seen the series Loki, that's like
Loki, but we're talking about other characters. I'm saying other characters are like, look, I'm kind of tired of being stuck and trapped in this character.
Yeah, I understand. I get you.
But when you have like the other movies that are coming out, like when Bad Boys came out, that movie did amazing.
Not the last one.
The last one was #1 in the box office.
That's because of nostalgia, but was it amazing though? When's the last time you watched it?
I ain't say it was good. I said it was good in the box office. We talk about money.
Nah. If it's not a classic, it don't matter.
It made me laugh, and that was all I cared about.
Nah.
But I didn't say that it was one of their best movies. Like, it's hard to come back from the first movie. That's like somebody coming back from a follow-up album and your album being number one.
This is why I'm saying Kai Cenat is the GOAT right now. Bro to the 30-Day Mafia-thon, the first one, the second one. Like, it was insane. That last one was
But you're trying to say that movies are dead, and they're not.
It's dead. It's clipped.
Seriously?
It's clipped.
And I just gave you a whole example. Like, you only gonna see it from your perspective.
I'm telling you, it's clipped. Like, I'm talking about consumerism. Yeah, you can hit a nostalgic once in a while. The scary movie that's gonna come out is gonna make a lot of money, but still based on the nostalgic once in a while. But you think somebody's gonna see the next Bad Boys coming out?
I don't think they're gonna do any more.
Exactly. Why?
Because they did what they were gonna do. It did what it was supposed to do, and then we're done. But I'm thinking from the perspective of the scary movie. Like, we're talking about them and the scary movie. Like, they're remaking movies. Seriously, think about Wizard of Oz was a remake.
That was fire. Wicked was fire.
Okay, but again, a remake, and it did well in the box office.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for the next. But are you waiting for the next Wicked though?
Heck no, I didn't go see the first one.
You're tripping. I'm waiting for the next Wicked.
This is how I feel about remakes.
I'm telling you, first of all, hold on. Go watch Wicked. Go watch Wicked. Take your kids and go watch Wicked. It's really good.
They've seen it. I did not care because I feel like it's hard when it comes to the original
No,
for
no,
you to
no, no, no. Yo, chat,
change.
y'all seen Wicked? Yes or no? Chat, did y'all see Wicked? I just need to know. I need to know. Nope. No.
Somebody said something. No, 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 because we don't want to see remakes.
Y'all tripping. It's not a remake. It's a prequel.
I don't care.
No.
Leave it how it was. We don't care.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, go stream it off LimeWire if you have to.
Leave it alone. We
No,
don't
no, no,
care.
no, 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 no. Trust me, the shit is good. It's
I'm
good. I
glad
thought it
it
was gonna be
was.
trash.
I
I
don't
thought it
care.
was gonna be trash. And I love theater, I love plays, I love movies. I thought it was gonna be trash. I went, I watched it, and I'm waiting for the next season. Next second. It's coming out soon. Go watch it. Like for real. Like you're gonna watch it and like you're gonna be like, oh, I get it now. And I'm like, yeah, it's really good. It's good.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
The storyline is building up. Like it's building. It's like, I can't wait to what's gonna happen.
But you're trying to tell me stuff like Scary Movie isn't going to be like.
Nah, scary. No, no, this is different.
It's not though.
I guarantee you that the next week it does more box numbers than the last one.
What
And I'm
the
saying that now. For everybody who's watching, I guarantee you, because it's supposed to be coming out in
Your whole
August.
chat just said they didn't watch it though. Your whole chat just said they didn't watch it.
Hey, if they ain't watching, they ain't watching. I'll put them on. I'll tell you, it's good. I guarantee you the second Wicked that comes out, part 2, is going to do more numbers than the last one. I guarantee you.
I'll take
the money. I'll bet like 10,000 on that right now.
I'll take your word for it. That's not really my forte. I'm glad that it did whatever it did, but again, when it comes to certain movies, I feel like even us as the Black community, we support our own.
So if they make The Wiz with Chris Brown, you're not watching it, and Beyonce?
The Wiz? I didn't like the first one.
I watched it for the sake of Michael Jackson.
I didn't like the first one, so
All right, but yeah, that's my perspective on that. That's just my thoughts. I'm curious to see what everybody else's thoughts on that particular situation with the NAACP. I do think they're lacking, and it comes down to, and this is not no shade towards them at all. I was very disappointed with the way that they approached the situation. I love the accolades, I get it, but as somebody who's living in a new day and age, I would really appreciate it if they changed directions.
I say change to a certain extent.
To a certain extent, I agree.
I can still give people their flowers because they deserve them.
No, yeah. We on the same page with that. I'm just talking about aspects for their representation.
And maybe they should, and I do agree with you to a certain extent, but I do still feel like they should give those flowers to the people that don't get them in mainstream media.
We agree. Don't
because
we agree with
that
this
video, I was like, I know he did not.
Nah, so, like I was sitting here on live and I thought about it and I was just like, and I was telling the live this and it was like, I was like, I should make a video about it. And I was like, nah, because somebody's not gonna like it. I know they're not. And I told, if you was in that live, true or false, didn't I say that? I said people are not gonna like this. But I said that. I really said that. If you was here, comment true if you was here. But if you wasn't, true or false.
Normally I am, but I didn't. And then I saw you laugh at the end, but I was like, I normally agree with him, but this one, I disagree.
But like I said, like the people have spoken. Like at the end of the day, like their prestigious particular environment, I respect them 100%. But if they don't catch this new wave of what's going on, let's say this: nobody's talking about this right now, which is very interesting. But Donald Trump got into presidency, and he said TikTok only got 75 days until it's gone from America for good. It seems like no one's talking about the buying of TikTok right now, and it's diabolical. Once TikTok is gone, we're going to lose a lot of powerful creators. And you're only going to have a brief moment of time where people can actually grab their favorite creators and maximize their reach and engagement off of those particular creators based off their relevancy. So I don't know when Donald Trump was inaugurated. I'm not keeping track. Matter of fact, I should.
The 20th.
The 20th?
January 20th.
January 20th. How many days is it? It's 26 today. So somebody do the math in the chat from 20th to 26, and then subtract and tell me how many days from 75 do we have? left
I thought
because
they did have somebody that was actually looking at buying it. I thought they had
vice
like
president.
yeah, I thought they had an offer on the table, or the America was gonna like buy part of it, or something's going on. Something's going on as far as them purchasing it.
I'm just saying, like at this moment in time, like no one's talking about this whole TikTok. Everybody kind of forgot about it, and I'm not forgetting. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna get TikTok back. I think it's clipped. So that's why I'm telling all my community, I'm on YouTube. Migrate to YouTube, YouTube. It's over. It's cooked. I don't see anything happening. And if it does, then cool. I'm happy with it. But I'm a YouTuber first, and we're gonna lose a lot of creators in the next couple of. It's a new world early that's about to hit.
The last that I heard about it was China was gonna sell like the part that's owned by like was they were gonna sell it to America. So we'll see what happens.
You remember where when it was everywhere? You remember like it was
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So
quiet
it
now.
how it is now is different, but you know what? We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's sad what's going on in America. We're going down real bad. But
No. I'm actually happy.
why?
I feel like TikTok gave the world too much accessibility to our culture. Whoa. Okay. Okay, now there's more of this film. There's more of this. I could put up the whole thing. I don't know what the rest of it is, but if we had a longer conversation, we talked about the NAACP. We talk about content creators and how content creators are very how content creators are very informative. I'm very curious to your perspective throughout this particular situation. My particular stance with a little bit more clarification now that I watch this, now that I try to understand what I want to say is, um, I agree that all the people that got awards throughout that particular situation was a beneficial, but the marketing tactic of how the NAACP is actually pushing forward, pushing the agenda for Black American excellence itself, the strategy that they're using is not beneficial moving forward into the future itself. It's not beneficial. I was highly disappointed to not see, our people that we represent. Shannon Sharp won an award on that particular day. We didn't even know it at all, and we don't know if they sent out an invite for him to be there, but I would have loved to see Shannon Sharp hosting the NAACPs. That would have been freaking amazing for me, you know what I mean? And it's just stuff like that, it's simple stuff like that. And we don't know who bought anybody. I'm saying that the people that didn't win have huge followers, huge accounts, have huge things, and it's like they're not using that to the benefit of what they can use. You know what I mean? Like I appreciate all the people from those past, those amazing people that have accomplished amazing things. And don't get it twisted. When I say this, I'm not discrediting the Wayans brothers or anything like that. No, the point is try to understand my point. My point is there's a new way of handling social media. There's a new way of communicating with a newer demographic. And the fact that you're not monetizing these, or not monetizing, but using these particular ways to the best possible methods to push our agenda forward, to push forward with the next generation is diabolical to me. All right, let me not put diabolical with the NAACP. But you know what I mean? Like Keith Lee should have been there. He should have grabbed a couple food places and say, "Oh, Keith Lee did a little segment with that. He's a great person." Shannon Sharp should have been there. I don't know if they would have invited Shannon Sharp. I don't know. I should have been there. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm like one of the most international prevalent people that wants for educating on Black American success and has been doing this for years. Where are these? Like, what's going on? Like. And I'm not saying this because I didn't get an award or anything like that. Maybe I am, but I'm not. I'm really not. No, I'm not. It's like they're not searching for the right people to represent the generation or the lineage or the culture pushing forward. Why didn't anybody address Cynthia Rivers' comments at the NAACP? Isn't that the place to address it? Like, especially if it's for Black American, like, what is going on? Like, I'm not understanding why certain things are not happening. You can have particular people and address these particular things. Like, I don't want to be messy. Well, our whole culture and lifestyle, us as a people, we came out of the mess. We came out of that mess. We never held our tongue. Well, that's one of the reasons we love the Wayans bros, because they represented Black culture to the fullest. The funny, the aggressive, the emotional, they represented it all. Now, I'm not telling them how to do their job. I'm really not. But if you're gonna do an image awards, please give us some people that's relevant in the last 20 years or so, that's actually doing stuff that's attaching to our particular relevancy. I don't know how to say it. Like, Kai Cenat was a perfect example. Like, they grabbed him and he streamed it. Get creators like all those people in that room had hundreds of thousands of followers and hundreds of thousands, and you never used the social media monetization or social media method to grow and make. Bro, the NAACP should be the most viewed award show. It should be the most viewed award show. Why? Because it shows black excellence. And we don't do anything half-ass. The Grammys got one up on y'all right now. From my perspective. Marketing needs to change. Well, add a couple new things. I hope somebody from the NAACP sees this, and I hope they understand the point of what I'm trying to say. Because this is beneficial and educational to our culture and our communities pushing forward to the future. You guys need a social media department. People who scan the internet, who's watching people who are making big statements, who are doing big things. Hey, my name's AdonisCrashBoom. If you made it this far into the video, comment. I understand. And this is for the people that don't really know what to comment when they watch these videos. This is for people that don't even understand what's going on. They understand what's going on, but they don't really comment in these videos. Comment, I understand. It gives you a chance. You don't have to think what you want to comment. For the people that do have something to comment, comment your thoughts and your opinions down below. And if you understood my point of what I'm saying, these conversations need to be had. These conversations need to be talked about. We need to start discussing stuff like this on a consistent daily basis and making sure the people that represent us are stuck on, are up to date. We can't expect them to do the job all by themselves. I took my conscious decision to make the decision to open up this conversation and talk about this. I don't think that they're doing anything bad. I just think that they need a little bit of assistance from a different perspective on how to handle these things pushing forward. This is my help. All right? That's all I can say. Like, I'm giving them advice. Yo, the game's changing. Update. Hopefully this gets to the right person and they understand what I'm trying to say and they see what I'm talking about and they can implement these changes so the next couple of years you have a lot more. NAACP Awards, Image Awards becomes the most prestigious place in the world. I don't know. You guys give me your thoughts and your opinions down below. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And shout outs to all the members. Shout outs to all the donators. Shout outs to people that donated to Super Chat. If you like these type of conversations, you like these type of involvements and interactions, please don't forget to donate by clicking the Super Chat. Any donations will be gladly appreciated. And become a member. Click the link in the description of this particular video or any particular video, and you can become a member today if you support videos and conversations like this. My name's AdonisCrashBoom. You guys are watching Adonis Live, and that's so you know it's a move.